haul ass at your earliest convenience. Now, show me what you can do.
It is the Halo Infinite podcast. I'm your host, 104 and 64, Josh, or just Josh, whatever you want to call me. Spartan 01029. Mule, what's happening? How are you?
What? What's up, man?
I'm Ron Burgundy.
My mic smells of mahogany.
Oh,
I love scotch.
lamp.
What's up, man? It's good to have you back, bro.
Hey, it's good to be back. I saw people were trying to take my spot. Ace, we're looking at you. All right. Yeah, I saw the tweet.
Leave for one show, and it's up for grabs.
Yeah.
I've heard some feedback that John is a very strong host.
Non-biased.
Do you want to take?
Non-biased.
Do you want to take the lead? You want to take the lead tonight?
I called my
Was that
mom
your
up
mom?
and I'm like, Mom, I got some really big news.
Yeah.
Hey, do we have a laggy stream? That's what I want to
A
know.
little bit.
It's a
But
little bit.
it'll be all right.
I hate everything.
We'll get it fixed.
Crawler.
Hey, how's it going? Crawler coming at you. Ready
How are
to
you?
talk more? Just the intro to the show has me so jazzed. That sizzle reel that they put together.
I thought you meant our
From-
conversation. Like,
Yeah,
Or back
same.
and
I was
forth.
like, oh, I gotta keep this up. I gotta start us derailed, and we'll be good to go.
But yeah, sure. Yeah, let's keep it derailed. But I'm so ready for more Infinite. We're on what 4 weeks without Infinite.
Yeah.
4 seconds.
we were playing. We played some Master Chief Collection last night,
That was rough.
and it was rough.
Those kids
And,
didn't play Infinite at all because they just
Yeah.
were so tuned into Halo 2 and the super bounces and what that one dude have 29 kills, something like that.
Yeah,
Oh.
they were hacking. Okay.
Yeah, completely.
No, guaranteed.
But all I was thinking is like, I just want to play Halo Infinite. Like,
Yep.
I'm over this right now. I just wanna play
There's
Halo
literally
Infinite.
nothing else on the radar, man. Like that's all I want to do is play Halo Infinite. Like I can't even go back to the Master Chief Collection right now.
I was gonna say that's what we did, and it was a rough little bit. We played 1 and some 2, and there was a 2 anniversary in there as well. But it's not the same.
It's not.
Halo Infinite has ruined it for us
Yep.
And we've only played like 10 hours each.
against bots.
You guys had to have seen the meme I posted where it was like getting called a bot in other games, and you're like Squidward, and then like getting called a bot in Halo, and you're like Squidward in Royal, like looking like royalty. I was like, yeah, call me a bot all you want. So
But hey, Johnny Bo,
What's up? Yeah,
He's here
I
too.
got
He's here
skipped
too.
over.
he started
Josh-
talking already. He said he called his mom and everything, so I thought he was
Josh is jealous. You know, I'm coming for his job.
Oh my gosh.
this is equal hosted, like we're like
Josh drops the ball, I pick it up. There it is, right there.
Yeah.
No, I drop the weapon, you pick it up.
That's very
All right,
true.
what are we talking about this week?
How many sniper rounds did you have last night?
20,
18 at some
No.
point.
26 sniper rounds at one point.
How many kills did you get? Did you get 26 kills?
26 sniper rounds. What are you doing?
They brought them to me. They just kept bringing them to me, and I kept picking them up, and I was like, oh, this is nice. This is nice. I should pull that B-roll out. Like, I had some plays that game that you got, like no scope, and you guys have been like, oh.
That was our best game that night. That was the one on Wizard, or not Wizard, but
You're a wizard, Harry.
but Halo 2, it was the Halo 2 map on.
Is it?
I forget.
The
cannot
one with
remember.
the little Coliseum. in it.
Because they all changed the names. Yeah, it was actually actual Halo 2 though, right? It wasn't Anniversary, was it?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was Halo 2, yeah.
It was actual Halo 2. So I don't know. It's still much fun. I've been playing Halo Wars, guys. I've been working I've been working my way through Halo Wars with my backbone, playing it like out of the cloud, and that's been fun. We need to go. We need to go.
Would that be better with touchscreen? Wouldn't Halo Wars be better with touchscreen?
It doesn't work.
There's
doesn't work.
and there's a lot to do in that RTS a little bit. I mean, RTS was hard enough to adapt for console, so I don't think you just want to point and click with that.
They have like you hold down R and then you can do.
Yeah, the triggers and the bumpers have modifiers to them.
Yeah, they modify stuff. So, but I mean, okay, I'm gonna show you guys something here. I hope you're ready.
I don't know if I want to.
Oh, this is Josh's toy corner here.
I'm gonna go ahead and go full
show and tell.
What are you holding in the middle there?
Oh,
there we go.
For audio listeners, it is a Mantis toy.
Yes, it is the Mantis.
It's
I walked into Target and I was like, "What is that?" And then I had to hide it from my wife. And
do you even have like where do you put all this stuff? I see all those amiibo boxes like stacked up behind you. Like,
well, no, he's got an amiibo prison in his closet.
It's slowly closing in around me. Okay,
keep watching, and you'll see like mounds of toys just pile up behind Josh as the podcast episodes go by.
Do you guys want to talk about potential spoilers?
For Halo?
Yeah,
via toys.
Because of the toys, this was.
I think that'd be okay
in June. Okay, all right.
I think that'd be all right.
All right, so potential spoilers. If you don't want to hear anything, you haven't seen any of the toys, including the Mega Blocks or the Mega Constructs or this thing.
I'm gonna have to dip out.
Are you really? You're so no. All right, here we go, guys. Look.
Once it focuses,
it's very blurry.
Look at his shoulder piece. Do you guys
what
see
the
that?
heck? That's Locke's helmet.
Yeah, that's Locke's
helmet. What is happening here? Let's talk about it. What do we think happens to Locke? Do you think 343 kills him off?
Is that the worst thing in the world?
Maybe they radicalize him. They could radicalize him, and he's
maybe he lost it and got hurt. There's no way they kill Locke.
I don't know.
Oh,
I mean, for him to not have his helmet, he had to get pretty messed up.
I mean, that could be an emblem.
His long neck would have been out there in the open, unprotected.
What's Buck gonna do?
He's got a long neck too now.
Yeah, dude, I don't know, man. That's kind of concerning. Like, he's wearing it like a badge of honor, like on his armor. Was that a brute? Was that a brute you were holding?
Yeah, I think Hyperus is what Lethal's saying in the chat there. And he's no joke. Also, his helmet comes off. And I mean,
does he look like Craig?
He kind of, I mean, you guys tell me.
It looks like Craig.
Does it look, come on, focus camera. You can do it. Is it Craig?
Get more in front of your face.
There you go.
Oh, that's totally Craig.
It looks like Craig.
It's Craig. It's him.
Craig killed Locke. Confirmed.
Look, it's Craig.
Yep. It is. So, yeah, but Lethal in chat is saying he is known as a Spartan killer. Like, I don't know about you guys.
Dang.
But even if, and he's, chat is saying 343 said they wouldn't intentionally spoil anything. Don't read too far into it, and okay, cool.
The game was also supposed to be out last year.
Yeah. And it doesn't mean that we can't talk about this stuff because it's in the wild. I had no idea that was there. I brought these pack of toys home. It has an invisible chief and 2 brutes, like brute chieftains or whatever. Right. And I'm like, oh, that's Locke's helmet. What
invisible chief? Does that just mean it's blister packed with nothing in there, or what?
No, it means that everybody this is what my son said. He's like, "Is that Force Ghost Chief?" And I was like, "Get out of my house. You've been here long enough. Get out. Get out." And then my wife was like, "Oh, is that like is that the girl that's the computer or whatever? I'm like, it's not Cortana. He's got an assault rifle. Steve.
Well, I mean, Locke can lose because he's not a Spartan 2, so that's okay with me.
I'll
Plus
stand
it
cheap
sucks.
here. I don't know. You guys can. I guess
That's a
kinda does
white.
work.
He's
Chief.
invisible. He can't focus on that.
Yeah, you can't
Yeah.
see him.
Yeah. Pew pew pew. So anyway, they were like, "Yo, we got this like blue plastic."
I love
We're
this B-roll. I really love this B-roll because you grenade yourself and then you send that dude to the orbit. I love that B-roll.
So, but I mean, what do we think's going to happen with this story? Where's it going to go? Personally, after reading the Shadow of Reach, I believe is what it's called, listening to it, right? We know I don't read. And then getting more into Halo Wars 2, I love that like they kind of took the story where we're like, what's the Covenant going to do? Because it seemed like a lot of them are like, oh, wait, this is kind of crazy. And then the Brutes are like, oh no, we're going to keep the crazy alive. And I love it because it still feels very much Halo. And I feel like the Brutes are going to take us back to the roots almost. And I can't wait to see how some of these stories play out, to see what happened to Locke, what happened to his team, what happened to Buck, right? Where
They're
are
probably
they at?
captured. I bet they're captured, and the helmet is like taunting. I doubt that they would kill him.
Yeah,
That would be pretty shocking.
It'd be very shocking if they kill him, especially since he had such a big role in 5. Like, I'd be really shocked. Like, and you don't mess with Buck, man. You can't mess with him.
Right.
You just can't. Nathan Fillion is like, he's like the man, you know?
Well, I mean, that Bungie shook that, rattled that cage a little bit by killing off Kate 6.
Well,
that's
I
Bungie.
can't confirm
You know.
that somebody was requesting royalties from the game, but you know, after I heard that there was a star wanting that, he disappeared. I'm gonna sip my tea now.
Oh. Yeah. I don't know, man. I think that he probably like John's saying, he's probably got captured, and they're gonna work that into the story.
Captured.
Yeah, and Chief will have to save him or something, or something like that. But or take on some like Spartan hunters or Spartan killers or whatever. Like he's got to have like a new enemy, right? Like it's like after you can't have like the same enemies like over and over and over. Which do you think there's going to be Flood too? I mean, do you think the Flood will finally come back? Like,
I hope so.
In this,
I'd rather fight the Flood than the endless Prometheans. Well, just Prometheans and
Brutes at least have like life to them, right? They just feel like the Prometheans. It was just like I don't know.
Robots.
The grunts are they're just the cannon fodder, right? But they're talking amongst themselves. They're just fun. I don't know. I do want to go back though and say Lethal's like, it's not the Covenant, it's the Banished. Like, correct. Yes. If you know me, I don't split a lot of hairs and I will trigger you. So
and if you point it out, Josh will do it on purpose even more.
Yeah. This day forward, they're all Covenant. Just FYI. So no, and like Joel is saying, killing Locke off screen just feels weird. And if they killed Locke on screen, I don't want to. I'm down with it, right?
It'd be epic.
Not because of a dislike of Locke. Like I didn't even have like a strong dislike for him, but the fact that the story would be going in a direction that is like darker, and the fact that like him and Chief made up whatever, and now Chief's hunting. There's a little more at stake now. You know what I mean? Like I just feel like it would get us a little more invested in the story of like.
I was just say that, yeah. Well, it wouldn't have to be not necessarily a redemption arc because there isn't much but like bringing him back into people feeling feels for him a little bit, like, because he's not a liked character, but he's not loved. Like, people didn't enjoy the fact that you had to be Locke and that you were playing Fireteam Osiris. So if they can find a way to get the player invested in respecting what he did or how he died or however they want to maybe approach it, if they do take that route, then it leaves the legacy of Locke in a better light than just the crappy protagonist that you had to play as because that's what they made you do it.
What if we start the game as Locke and lose that fight?
As long as the cutscene is as cool as it was in Halo 5.
There's no way they started with Locke. There's no way.
I mean, they may be building up to the banished Spartan war, basically. That they're trying to take over the rings and kind of, do their thing, but I don't know. I mean, that's the only plausible way that I could think of for why he would have Locke's helmet and what it'd be about. It would make sense too, because if you have the ring, you have like all the stuff that could be happening on the ring. It would make sense that you're fighting them for the ring, which could lead you in a bunch of other game modes like BRs and things like that you could do, So I don't know. I mean, that kind of makes sense that it's not going to be like focused on the Covenant, or it's not going to be focused on the Flood. It's just going to be focused on like a civil war, if you will,
There's so much chat. I'm loving chat right now. Like Lethal's like 343 missed the mark because the Banished already won the war and defeated the UNSC. I think it'd been cool if the campaign was like Reach, where we see the good guys lose. Savage Teddy is like, I like to see maybe a video cutscene of Chief coming across security video of Locke getting schmacked. Joel Mead, what if Locke betrays orders from Palmer to help Chief? And he's got the exciting.
You know what's awesome? Like, I think Halo 5, we saw so much like advertising for the story that we kind of had an idea of what it was going to be like, but we know nothing about the Halo Infinite story. So it could go any way. I don't even like even that, the Craig incident. We didn't really learn what the story was going to be.
Nope. Maybe we'll see some of that at Gamescom.
That's hopeful. Yeah.
It's a topic that was talked about in the Discord. Is like, where is the marketing right now? Now, this game got delayed, and last year we had Monster, I think, and we had
they were in stores.
Pringles,
they were.
Moa Burger, Pringles are out in the wild, right? Like,
I think they're taking a different approach. Like today, they just had the Twitch Rivals for the Halo 2 campaign, or the
Halo 2 Legends.
Yeah, the Halo
Twitch
2
Rivals.
Legends. So I think they're trying to get people excited for Halo again, and then really push Infinite. Like that tournament was $150,000 tournament.
Dang,
that's a lot.
I thought it was 50.
Well, Ninja.
Did he put more money up? Oh wow,
that's awesome.
So when are we going to do this, guys? Let's make some money.
I know, right? Why weren't we invited?
Right?
We got to work on that verification partnership on Twitch, right?
We got to work on Josh's
Halo
KD.
pros. It was all old Halo pros, and they were, our age. Like it wasn't like these 15, 16-year-old kids. They were.
Well, maybe they were your guys' age.
Yeah,
no, they were. I think it was early 30s to like late 30s. It was.
Yeah, it was the MLG Pro circuit, kind of circa 2005, 2006.
I remember my 30s.
I was watching it and I'm like, I could take these guys. They don't look that good.
Were both ogres there or no?
Both what?
Ogres.
I have
ogres.
No idea what that is.
Ogres were twin Halo pros from back in the day. Ogre 2, I think at least, is still active on Twitch.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Did any of you guys get a chance to see any of it? Like I didn't even fire it up.
I was at work.
The match. I watched the match.
Yeah.
And they were playing capture flag on.
Was it intense?
Yeah. They are much better than I will ever be in my whole entire life.
Yeah, that's cool. I want to go back and watch a replay maybe because I love seeing, seeing that high level play. Like it's always a good time. So the camp, getting back to the campaign though, like I mean, we really don't know anything. And I think part of the reason for the marketing is like Xbox had QuakeCon today. I mean, technically it's Xbox Day, right? It's Xbox QuakeCon, right? And Microsoft QuakeCon because they're first party now. So they
released all the Quakes.
They did. They released all the Quakes and
even the Doom collection
got like a Doom collection, and so
it was classic Halo 2, by the way.
Oh, I love that. That's great.
Savage said he just asked.
Gotcha. So the thing is, I wonder if, and we had Call of Duty stuff today. Like, I don't know. A lot of people seem to lean towards the fact that like maybe Microsoft's giving room to these other games when they need to be taking they need to be making the room take notice, right? Like,
I don't think they're afraid of these games. I don't know.
Think they are either.
I think they're just like, they're not wanting to overpromise. They're like, it's the classic marketing, right? Like they tell you when you study marketing, like one of the things they'll tell you is you underpromise, overdeliver. And one of the things you never want to do is overpromise and underdeliver. And I feel like that's kind of how they started. Like, with the whole Craig incident and all the stuff, and everyone saying like, wow, this is supposed to be a next gen game. And now because of that feedback, they're like, look, we're going to be quiet. We're not going to like worry about like advertising and things like that as much. And we're just, when we throw it out there, and you're going to see it. And you're just going to be like, wow, you over delivered.
And they put their money where their mouth is, because this wasn't a beta, technical preview to work on back end stuff and improve AI and all that kind of stuff. And I think for the most part, most outlets, most discussions about it were wowed by it. The fact that the game felt so Halo, but felt so modernized as well. Yeah. And it just let your work talk for you. And it's a free game. The multiplayer suite is free. They don't need to sell the $60-$70 game like Battlefield and Call of Duty and all these other titles.
Yeah.
They're letting these games, like Call of Duty's kind of spiraling right now. Like they're
parent company
on the foot.
Parent company and the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's also Phil Spencer's gone on record saying they have a 2 to 3 week window in mind, which to me speaks to weeks 1 through 3 in November. And Call of Duty took week 1, or was it the 9th or 7th, or what is it?
He's the 5th.
I think the 5th. Yeah.
Okay. So Call of Duty's week 1, that I think primes up Halo for week 3. And
right before Thanksgiving.
Leads right into Thanksgiving.
Yeah. See, I'm gonna have to buy Johnny his battle pass. So we're gonna win.
It's going to December.
I'm gonna win there.
Halo's not a December game, man.
No, it's always November.
$10?
It's always November.
But I mean, they know internally, I think, where they want to land, and they have a pretty good idea where other companies are going to land their game, and Call of Duty has historically been right around there. I mean, I remember going back to Halo 4. Halo 4 came out the week before Call of Duty. I powered through that campaign in 1 week on Legendary, and then played Call of Duty, and now they have a chance to be the lasting free thing that speaks louder than what the rest have produced, because Battlefield's coming out in October, right? End of October.
I think so. Yeah.
I think so.
Battlefield's usually October.
Yeah, I mean, so they're primed up to be the exclamation point on the holiday season rush of stuff that also gets them kind of out in Jeff Keighley's very end of the wheelhouse that he takes nominee considerations for Game of the Year, because Fallen Order suffered from being out in December and was Game of the Year it came out, but didn't get the recognition it deserved. So this helps meet those requirements, and it, I think, it is poised to have a really great launch and reception and overall enjoyment and lasting impression. Because if you come out last and you can wow the audience, I think you have a good chance of, and especially being free, they have a chance just to keep the momentum going. You want to be first or last, I think, and when it comes, you don't want to be stuck in the middle. So I mean, Call of Duty's kind of maybe poised to be stuck in the middle on this one, but Call of Duty also has lots of other issues brewing around that.
Yeah,
I do like what Mule's saying too about just, I mean, they way over delivered with 5. They way over delivered with 5. They are under delivered. I mean, the expectations were set way
the setup
way
was
too high,
a lot,
and it, you know,
that's what they always tell you, man.
Because going back to 5, Hunt the Truth was one of the greatest campaigns.
That was fantastic. Yeah.
That was under I think absorbed by the community. I think because it was hidden behind an 8 or 10 podcast season. But the voice acting in it was great. The delivery of the audio novel of it all, the audio skit that it had great sound effects and other stuff behind it.
I remember just waiting for those to come out. Like, I was so excited. I was like, what's going to happen next? What's going to happen next? Like, this is so good, you know?
Yeah, it was stellar. I loved it.
Now people listen to our podcast and get hype by saying, "Oh my, I can't wait for Halo Infinite to come out. Can't wait for the next Halo Infinite podcast episode to come out."
You guys want to do like a Hunt the Truth? You want to?
Dude, I mean, Hunt the Truth was awesome. I mean,
Mule could do the voices.
Like, I could do the voices. I'd be like, I could do Chief, man. I could be, I need a weapon. I'll follow Josh.
I can be Spartan Josh, and I will make sure I find.
Dude, is that a Muppet Josh? Like, oh my gosh! Waypoint on Josh. I need a weapon.
Hang on, I'll die for you.
That's like SpongeBob and Squidward, dude. Oh my gosh. Oh my
goodness. So the one of the topics that Discord asked us to talk about was like Halo Infinite Battle Royale.
Oh, here we go. Haven't we talked about this a few times?
We touched on it last week.
We've touched on it, but I think they want us to get into what, like, they want to hear what we think it will actually be, right? Like what does a Halo BR look like? Mule just looks like he wants to get third partied by Spartans.
So the and I think you're right. We did talk about this a little bit last week. The Halo BR, if it does happen, comes out 3 to 4 months after launch, and hopefully it's tied into the lore of somebody being, I don't know what, maybe it's the flood.
Ariana Grande concerts, you know?
that would be, that'd be something. How about instead of a storm or whatever, it's just a mass of the flood coming after, like the flood is encroaching.
Yeah.
That's nice.
That would be good.
And it's a bunch of ODSTs that are trying to get to, I mean, if they want to bring back Fireteam Osiris in some way, if in fact Locke is captured or something like that, and you're closing in on the ring, the camp moves in different spots so it's not a consistent where the ring closes, but you're going in to rescue them or something like that, and you're fighting other teams to be that, or I don't know. But I'm just kind of spitballing here. But like, it needs to be ODSTs. It's not Spartans, because I think the drop pod is a really cool thing
you
that
don't
can
want to
be
be
done.
ODST. You don't want to be ODST.
Dude.
You want to be a Spartan.
Dude, what if it's called Spartan Games? It's called Spartan Games, and you have it Spartans versus Spartans. You have your fire team Osiris or whatever you want to be called, and you have your bros. You drop in, you land in the Spartan, kind of like Chief did in Halo 3, but on his feet,
No, I want everybody to hit the ground and be stuck.
And then, like, his armor's locked up. He can't move for 5 minutes.
It's got to stay true to the lore.
But wouldn't that be cool if they did like Spartan Games, where it was kind of like, I mean, you already have the Spartan Academy, so why wouldn't you have like Spartan Games, like where you have like a big BR battle royale, where basically once you're out, and
how about the lore of it is it's a tryout to become a Spartan?
Yeah, that'd be cool. Or if like, hey, yeah, I think you have to go with Spartans though, rather than ODST, because like it would be really hard to match the movement of the Spartan in the like that you get in like multiplayer.
They just do the breathe. They just make you breathe heavier. Bring back the Halo 4 the Reach breathe.
It'd just be tough, man. It'd be tough, like because you'd have to move slower. You wouldn't be able to do the things a Spartan can do. Like Spartan Games to me would fit. Like that would fit really well if you had that. Like if you want to do a BR, make it Spartan Games, and make it to where like you have like either you have to go to an objective, or you have to accomplish something. So that way you kind of drive the traffic and drive the fighting, rather than people
you have like
an Apex or COD. Yeah.
Like, would anybody be worried about vehicles and just limiting it to like Warthog and Mongoose and maybe Ghost at max, but like keeping the tanks out of it?
You probably have to. You'd probably have to have it just as transports, kind of like Apex does, where they just have transport vehicles. Because I think if you get a Warthog with a really good team of 3, then you would just get annihilated the whole time.
Maybe that's what the Razorback's for, It doesn't have
a
mounted weapon.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. Spartan Games. Let's
talk about the Razorback for a second. Because why do we need to put a weapon on the back of a vehicle?
If you're holding the flag?
Yeah, I mean that's where I go back to.
Yeah, but if you grab the flag unless you're going to put it, you're going to drop the weapon prior to going in.
Strategery. Strategery.
Well, all makes sense.
What if you get the rocks? What if you get the rocks and you don't want to use them, so you throw them on the back of a truck and have someone?
It's a way to. I mean, it's a way to.
Why would you not want the
weapon delivery system to your enemy? But it's also a way to weapon deny if you're.
Yeah.
If you have a skilled driver and you don't want to just leave that out on the playfield.
Yeah. Or like what if you want the hammer and you throw it on the back of the vehicle and you drive over to go get? Yeah. What if you do that and then you drive over to get the flag and then take it off and go inside and go ham and inside?
This is like a game of cosmetics, Josh. You got to look cool doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
I understand all that, but why? Like, are you going to drop your secondary when you pick up the flag? Is it going to be a new? Is that going to be a new thing in Halo? And if that was the case, then you're going to leave your power weapon at the flag and not take it in, or you're going to throw it in the back of your truck and then go in with just a sidearm.
Or you have to play as a team, and one person has the power weapon, and the other person has the flag.
Oh, I don't disagree at all, but I still wonder what is if there's what I'm getting to is if there's a BR mode, maybe there's a reason for that, to throw some power weapons on the back, because you may not want them for every encounter, but you may need them for certain things. For a vehicle, if you run into some vehicles. So, chat is asking about the gameplay looking a little bit laggy. It's I'm working with the company that I use for streaming this, and they're looking into why we're having issues. So
it's just Josh's gameplay. All right.
You can show our Josh's show. You can just show our 4 beautiful faces if you want to.
Don't
We can do that.
don't judge his gameplay that much. You know?
He throws grenades
he
off the
tries his
back of
best.
his
He
friends.
tries his best.
We're just here to make fun of Josh. That's
And
it.
I feel exposed.
I mean, I don't
Just
have a hat
don't
on,
fall
so
out
I
of your
feel like
chair.
my head's gonna blind you guys.
It was the tornado that made me fall out of the chair.
Johnny
last
straight
night.
up fell out of his chair last night, switching HDMI ports down below his desk. It was hilarious.
And then we were like,
one reason not to play.
This.
I was to say one reason not to play your PS5, right?
Yeah.
Great. Chat is asking for the butt-nade now. Like they know what's in the B-roll. We got to see it twice.
Pull a Josh.
So
Yeah, get some merch out, you know.
So
Pull a Josh.
that's right. What do we have? We have something, don't we? Didn't I make something already?
Oh, the infinite pending or whatever.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh my gosh.
That's right.
Which is doesn't make any sense now.
No.
Nobody's gonna understand it.
Well, it might make sense here in a week or two if when the flights come back. If it launches as
I'm
poorly
leaving
as it
mine
did.
installed. All right.
When are we even going to get those back, man? When are we going to get the flights? Like,
I'm hoping
tired
it's
of
once a
waiting.
month. I'm hoping it's once a month.
I would. Why don't they just?
I was
release
to
now?
say we're most of the way through August, so I don't know.
They just shadow drop the multiplayer suite on Gamescom.
Don't tease me.
It's not ready yet, but I'm hoping. So like what? Let's talk about Gamescom a little bit because is that middle of next week that happened that goes live 24th or 5th or something like that.
I don't know the
dates?
exact date, but it's coming.
I'm gonna Google it.
But it's happening. Microsoft is confirmed to have a presence there. We've been primed to make sure the green check marks are checked for future flights. I mean, what do we think we see at Gamescom from Xbox as a whole, from Halo in general? What do we think?
It's gotta be campaign, man. It's gotta be something with the campaign. It has to be. Like, I think with the tech test, people have seen the multiplayer, so they're like, okay, that's kind of sated me for a little bit. And I think we all want to see how the campaign's going to work in the open world. Like, they gave us a little bit of gameplay with that clip they had a while back with the, Craig and everything. Mm-hmm. But I think we all want to see a little more. Like, what's this mean when you say like Halo open world? Like, what is that?
Climbing towers.
What happened at the very first teaser trailer? Why is Chief floating through space?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah.
What's going on there? Like it looks like we're picking up in like an Empire Strikes Back moment, but we really don't know what's going on, And I'm very curious if maybe we get, and they teased a little bit more, right? Of him like jumping through space and like,
at the end of that was the E3 trailer, right?
It was the
E3 reveal had a lot of multiplayer, and then at the very end it cut to Chief jumping through space and debris and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
Which even makes me wonder, where's the campaign going to be taking place? How many different, we're going to have the ring, of course, but like, are we going to be in space? Is that kind of what they're telling us with these teases? Is there going to be some like going between ships? I mean, we did it in Halo 2, right? I mean, even Halo 1, it was from, we're in the Pillar of Autumn, then we're on the Halo ring, then we're in some ships again, and just, it was all over the place. I mean, Reach even had flying missions.
How cool would it be to be able to walk around the Infinity a little bit?
Yeah. Like a playable social space.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly think if they do some of the things that Destiny did with social spaces, like for their open world part of the campaign, it would be really good for Halo. Like, especially if they're talking about the customizations that they're going to bring in. Like, that would be awesome to see, like, people's customized Spartans or emotes and stuff like that in the social space. Like, that would be really cool,
Well, and
there's your AI.
Speaking of customization, didn't was that what picture was tweeted out this week? Was that this week or end of last week, Josh, that you retweeted on the account? The stickers on the emblems on the armor and
that was an interesting photo. It had like the sidearm looked like it had cosmetics all over it, and then your armor looked like you could place emblems in maybe some different places. And what's interesting is that post, I think the original post for those photos was taken down. I think.
Really?
I think so.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
So I'm gonna put stickers all over my Spartan body, 50 cents a pop. There you go.
I mean, do you think they show us campaign, or do you think it's going to be like a multiplayer thing at Gamescom? Are they going to say, "Here's big team battle, have fun"?
They gotta show. They have to.
It's got to be more, right?
So here's the thing:
to show campaign.
We have to remember, Halo's more than campaign and multiplayer. There's firefight. And what?
Are you being serious right now?
Yeah,
it's a huge part of. It's been a huge part for a while now.
They show firefight over campaign. People lose their minds.
No,
but it's just another element.
I think it's another, because you got to remember, there's Halo scratches so many different itches, right? You've got people that just like campaign and story stuff. You got people that like doing the wave after wave of the firefight stuff.
That was one of the first PvE with friends.
Look, this is not Gears, man. This is not Gears.
I'm not saying any of us like it. I'm just saying
we might have offended half of the player base right now. Play PvP, you noobs.
Josh, I think you're right about that picture, because I'm on our Twitter feed and I'm not seeing that picture.
I put it on Instagram, so I know it's there, but yeah,
I know I had seen it on Twitter though.
I think it got removed. So, but I guess my point about firefight is that we don't know what other kind of modes they could talk about, right? We've already had a taste of multiplayer. They've already talked about big team battle quite a bit. They've shown some of it, right?
BR. They're just going to reveal the BR. That is going to be the Gamescom announcement.
I mean, that would be cool. That would be cool if they did. But I want multiplayer. I don't want multiplayer. I want campaign, man.
You want some?
Give me the campaign.
You want some details. It's getting delayed till 2022.
Oh my goodness!
Don't even say that. Don't even say that.
Put it out there now.
Josh, you're fired.
I get fired every episode.
I have experience hosting this show, so.
Oh my gosh, I love it. So, all I'm saying is that there's more that they could show us. And honestly, I think the more Halo hits on different levels for different people is going to be good. You
gonna have a kart racing mode? What do you think?
Yeah, let's go. I'm down. Rocket race is a blast. It's so much fun. Mule just left. He's leaving. He's out. No, but I mean, I don't know. I don't think Halo Infinite launches without the BR day one.
Without the BR?
Without the BR, the battle royale.
That's a bold statement, Cotton.
Yeah, not the battle rifle.
No way.
That's gonna be real confusing if they call it a BR.
Yeah. But think about the audience they're trying to reach. That's all they play. That's what they're used to playing. And if it's missing, it may not pull them in. But if they have the ability to go, yo, I get to play as the guy from Fortnite in his
No.
All right. Has anybody watched Mythic Quest?
I'm not all the way through it, but I've watched.
Is this a mobile game? What is this?
No.
Mythic Quest is a show on
Apple TV, right? And they add a battle royale mode to the game to go after the younger generation. They say once they added the battle royale, their average age was 9. So they're
As long
trying
as their
to
money's
hit that.
green or their parents' credit cards work, I mean, that's all that we are concerned about.
No, Josh does not speak for Halo Infinite podcast as
Once we become the official Halo Infinite podcast,
we will absolutely crush TikTok if the average
oh my god,
the average age of Halo Infinite becomes 9 years old. Like it's game over. We will make a living off of TikTok.
We'll have fans be like, Johnny on the Halo Infinite podcast told me to buy this Warthog skin. I need it, Ma.
Use code Johnny.
I don't want the money that bad. Sorry.
Nate says, "Watch him put Jonesy in the Halo BR." Right? That's where he left.
Hey,
he's gone.
What do you think the other side of that deal is? You got to have it's a give and take.
Chat says I've gone off the deep end. All I see is a bunch of no Joshes and pack your bags.
Game's not even launched. Josh is
that opening for a host is back up right now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, what did you do last week that you got these new thoughts?
I was gonna say, how much smoke was out there? That smoke and the other smoke, because how close to the fires were you?
We were close.
Yeah,
we were close.
It clouded your brain a little bit, I think.
All my watch said was 500.
The air quality thing you posted was nuts.
Yeah,
Dear 343, please release news so this kind of stuff doesn't happen anymore.
I don't see the chat. Come on, somebody chat. Anybody?
No, I mean, I'm all for it. I am a huge.
There's no way it released
guy.
Not at lunch. It is a supplemental thing that gets added on. Yep. Like
it's the main mode.
What if you unlock it after you complete
Johnny?
The campaign?
You got Johnny drinking the Kool-Aid already. What? How did that turn that quick?
All I'm seeing is dollar signs right now. Code Johnny Ep 2006 in the Halo item shop. Ooh, money.
Yeah. Jeez. Oh my gosh.
Listen, here's the article title: Halo Infinite Battle Royale leaks reveal the first worthy threat to Warzone. I love that anything is like what Warzone has like 300,000 players.
Aren't some of these the bigger creators like Nick Merckx and Tim, aren't they talking about like how Halo needs a battle royale?
That's just because that's all they play. That's all they know how to play.
Like, I mean, if audience watches too.
Yeah, their audience. If their audiences watch it, like
the audiences, the audiences enjoy, I think, the BR from entertaining content creators because it has the lull in between to lead to the witty entertainment, just riffing on each other. Versus, I think the arena fighting just leads to that's bullshit. Like just getting mad at getting killed and then you're back into it. Versus the finding that just there is lull in BRs, which we've complained about. And as a whole, I think we don't enjoy, but it leads to organic just whateverness in a stream.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'll be something like COD does, where there's multiplayer and like potentially later on like a BR mode. But I don't think it's going to be like their main focus. I'm too happy about that. I don't think it's going to be their main focus. Like
potentially a BR mode.
According to data miners,
it's a live service game, so they can add anything. You know, it's a live service. They could add it.
How could they not look at it? How could they not? Like we've said this like ever since we started. How could they not look at a battle royale mode? It is what is popular right now.
Are you going to have a separate battle pass for that though? Like, what are you going to do for that?
Well, no, Call of Duty's battle pass.
Call of Duty
it's all
the same one, yeah.
tied in together.
Yeah.
Call of Duty's weird though because you have Cold War and Modern Warfare going into one.
Josh, you're trying to troll so hard right now, and it's
Okay.
All I'm saying is Squidward.
I'm not. Listen. Okay, listen.
Where's the Squidward verse? You have to say it in your
Real
SpongeBob.
talk. I Googled Halo Battle Royale. I'm looking. Okay. Here's what it says. Data miners. Sorry, one person that doesn't listen anymore because we said the D word. They found.
We know. Everybody knows about that.
They found him saying it. Like he says the word Battle Royale.
You think that you are ridiculous if you think that they haven't looked at it.
Is this a baseball game because you get a grand slam? I mean,
okay,
it says grand slam as well.
We have Battle Royale in the title today, right? Even though Josh spelled it wrong. There's an E after the L. But I guarantee you this will probably be the most viewed episode so far. Guaranteed.
Might have been intentional. I'll fix the spelling. Mule will fix the spelling. He'll get the SEO right.
That's okay. You got it.
Are we breaking up live? If you guys are just listening to this, there's so many hands.
We're unwinding.
There are heads and hands right now, just like they're shaking. So, man,
it's been a good run.
It was like Battle Royal is what I spelled.
Battle Royal.
And that's why I didn't get caught by spell check. So
it is a word.
It's a real word.
It is a word.
I can see our listener numbers just going down after this episode.
Maybe they're getting a kick out of this.
No, our age is dropping because we're talking about Battle Royale. We're getting a wider audience, but a younger one.
The 9-year-olds don't understand our sense of humor, though.
Yeah, exactly. It's true.
Yeah.
No, we don't understand their sense of humor.
True. What's the buzzword?
Number one victory royale. Come on.
You're gonna get DMCA stuff.
Sussy Baka. Imposter.
There it is. There it is.
Oh.
I think
get down.
He shakes his head, then he just
kills on the board right now. Let's go down to tomato.
All right, so steering back to the road.
All of you guys derail the show.
Here we go. I'm bringing us back. So I think the game. I'm going to power through this. I think the game stands on what it's shown us, and I think they expand the flights, and we get big team battle. We get maybe they test the bots in objective based gameplay, and we get some oddball and some capture the flag against bots, and then we get more against humans later on. Hopefully, next time they open it up to PvP,
you think they would do a beta?
They leave it the rest. Oh, absolutely.
They do a full beta.
But we're running out of time. I think if it's going to be November, I think it's got to get moving. So hopefully, maybe we get a roadmap for pre-release kind of flights at Gamescom. Something.
I hate to say this, but I think I think we need to talk about Forge.
Okay.
What
about
I don't know if you're being serious or not.
Are you trolling us now? Johnny, can you be the main host now for me, sir? Just take over the podcast, okay?
I have no idea what's happening.
Is it a real question? Is it a real question or is it a troll question?
What about Forge? You mean the 5 games I play a year in Forge and that's it from customs and then?
But listen, there's a huge. I mean, obviously Forge is big enough that they gave us like the custom whatever in Master Chief Collection so that we could play all of that user created content.
Those maps suck though.
It's like custom maps for anything.
Wait though. The maps, yes, but what I'm talking about is the like crazy game modes that they come up with.
Yes,
Where
the
it's
tool
like,
set and the stuff that a handful
yeah.
of people create is really cool.
I've raced, like done Mario Kart style races, and you know that kind of stuff.
Go a full episode without talking about Mario Kart, huh?
All I'm getting at is that, like, even if they still have so much they could potentially show us. We've lost Mule. Mule is gone. He's like Cortana. He hit his 7-year mark. He's out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, what do you like? Creative mode in Fortnite is a huge pull for people. Like, people always want to do creative.
Yeah, I don't, Halo's multiplayer, man.
Does it matter whether
that's what Halo is? Halo's multiplayer. That's what it is.
Mule froze. He got so animated it froze. His camera couldn't keep up. That's the thumbnail right there. Do it.
Yeah.
They did put the Warthog in Forza Horizon, so maybe we'll get a car racing mode as well. You know?
Hey, there you go. That could happen. It could happen. No, ultimately, and Mule, look, I think all four of us are probably the most excited for multiplayer, right? I mean, that's what we're most excited. But there's a community that built and created zombies, Griffball, like all this other stuff that like were modes in the past games that like we never went to. The only time I went to those modes is if I was playing with my kids and they were like, "Yo, can we check?"
Yeah. If I want to play Minecraft, I'll go turn on Minecraft.
God. Whatever our young viewer or listener base is, just completely dropped.
Lethal says, "I'm just saying, BR doesn't need to be the idle child of Infinite." Exactly. Infinite needs to have options so that we can get as many people in this game and in this community playing it, enjoying it, and helping it grow. They
have the money. They have the Microsoft. They have the money.
That's a double-edged sword, though, because you don't. Even though it is a free game, free games tend to have success in keeping player bases engaged, as long as you do keep a quality product and you're paying attention, and other kinds of aspects go into that. But you also don't want to spread the player base across so many different options that it takes away from enjoyment in what should be kind of the main event.
The staple.
And I think that, and this is what we saw, even in a small, like, zoomed in section of what the multiplayer is going to be. Like, they know arena multiplayer, and they have found a way to bring it back in a way that I don't think it's ever going back to 2000. When was 3? Halo 3 was 2007,
2006 or 7.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's the last, like, Call of Duty really became the main. It was already kind of neck and neck.
COD 4 came out the same year,
but once Halo 3 kind of faded away a little bit, it definitely became loadout arena. It wasn't the true sandbox arena. It was just loadout arena.
In a way, they stopped setting the trends and started following them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this is going back. This is going back to their DNA, but also taking aspects that have evolved with stuff that's come out in the last 20 years, and it's a good merger of everything, and it feels natural. The movement, it's been praised by anybody that I've listened to talk about this.
Yeah.
Sliding, jumping, the grapple with I didn't even know the grapple could do what it could do until I watched some videos after I stopped playing, because I was so head down during the technical test that I didn't like come up and absorb a lot of other people's content, that I saw the Spider-Man grapple through the archway in Bazaar, and I saw the people utilizing the throw the grenade behind the rocket launcher, grapple it to yourself, shoot somebody, like all that kind of stuff is so now uniquely this game because of the tools that they've given to the player base. And I think they need to shine on what they do, and not, like you just said, don't follow the trends. You don't have to have a BR. It can be something that they make their own and let it kind of marinate, and it doesn't need to launch with it.
Here's the other thing to think about is, in my mind, I think the BRs are so popular, right? I mean, Fortnite's still pulling 4 million players.
It's got a Ryan Reynolds character in it. I mean, and Street Fighter and
Ariana Grande
and Rick and Morty and all, like whatever.
Super
Halo. It's got Halo and Kratos and
right. And that's what we should. This whole show should have been about Kratos versus Master Chief. That's
they tweeted about
the fanboys today came out hard. It was Twitter is such a vile place. Vile. That and Reddit.
But here's the thing. The majority of games that my mind keeps going to BRs because that's the popular free to play games. But Rocket League is very popular, right? And it's free to play.
It evolved into a free to play. It was a $20 experience.
Exactly. I think the fact that Halo Infinite multiplayer is free, I don't know that it's going to need the BR right off the bat in order to pull a large audience. I think the fact that it's free and that it's awesome, those two things could be enough, and that the BR could come later. If it does launch with it, cool. We just have more to do, and it's all gravy, right? Because we're going to be able to go where we want, and other people will be able to go where they want, and that's what's so great about it. As long as that number of people playing is massive, that's ultimately what I want to see. Because the 4v4 or 8v8, sign me up all day long. Like, I could play that the rest of my life and probably be happy. But we're a different generation, right? And there's a nostalgia pull.
I would love to get a younger generation's opinion on this.
Well,
somebody that
I can.
We'll vamp for a second. Go grab. No, I'm almost half serious. Like, text him and see if he can't. He can. Is he home?
No, they're not home. They're out on a walk right now. So
we'll have to get on next show.
My son that was 10, my oldest son that's 10, was watching it, and he was like licking his chops to play. He's been playing Halo 5 because he saw me play Infinite and was like, this looks great. And he plays Fortnite, he plays Halo 5, he plays Apex, and he's a pretty good shooter. And he is super excited about it. Like, everything that he saw, he was just like, he pulled up a chair right beside me and was like, I just want to watch you. Is that okay? I was like, yeah, man. So I think, like, we're undervaluing what Halo is, I think. Like, it doesn't matter what it launches with, like BR modes, firefight, whatever, Forge. Halo was going to bring people in because we're so excited for a new Halo game, because it's such a big thing. It's almost like it's almost like a Star Wars, in video games, where like everyone is at least heard of Star Wars. Even if you haven't watched it, you've heard of it. And so Halo, it's like everyone's heard of Halo, so everyone's just excited for something new.
Yeah, and going back to the whole like Kratos Chief thing, like I think Kratos would beat Chief in a straight up fight. He's a god, like he's a god. But
Demigod.
yeah. But going back to like Kratos versus
Chief's
Chief,
lucky. That's all I'm gonna say. He's lucky.
Chief and like what Mule was kind of saying in just being recognizable. Like Mario is recognizable outside of the video game space. Chief, I think, is almost on that level just because of how many times his face has been on something in a store. Like it leads to just general, it's green dude. I mean, even if they don't know he's Master Chief, they know he's like green dude in the art. They can recognize that that's a video game.
Well, now they know he's Master Chief. He's in Fortnite.
But they still don't know the game. I mean, that's part of the problem.
That was big brain plays though by and I hope that like
if they would have released Halo when it came into the shop, dude,
well, just put him back in again. You know what I mean? Like,
it makes the rounds. Yeah,
get that deal going. Get a handful of other Spartans in there. Like,
but Nate said something in chat and then hasn't said anything here in a second. But I'm curious as to why he would want. He says he would want 2 separate battle passes, one for BR and one for regular multiplayer. And I'm kind of, I don't want that much work. I want it to be in together. So Nate, make sure you keep chatting here and enlighten me here a little bit. But going back to like the just Halo and the hype train that it's going to generate. If you think about the average age of like the games media person right now that's writing about video games, that is going to be reviewing this game, that's excited for this game, and then also look at some of the ages of the big streamers that are excited for this, Ninja included, Nick Merckx. I know Lupo was trying to get into the technical test. He didn't end up making it in, but like there's a lot of big streamers out there that grew up with Halo that are excited for this. I think just the general hype cycle that's going to be generated by this, by the people that are ready for the nostalgia pull, that have only had positive things to say since getting some hands-on time, is going to lead people that are maybe curious down that path, because it's just a button click away on PC, Xbox, or even and then I mean the older consoles too, with Xbox One, it's just press the button and download it, and it's there 90 gigs later or whatever. There you go. Yeah. And who knows? It might not even be 90 gigs. 90 gigs might be everything. I don't even know. It could be less than that.
But Mule, like you were saying with your son and everything, like I think in my mind, I think I am discounting it because of Halo 5, right?
Yeah.
Because of the bad taste that game left
PTSD
in so many people's mouths, that I mean, I love Infinite. We love Infinite. We played it. We thought it was incredible, but there's people that I think are still on the fence, right? They're still going to be like, you know, and I wonder about the pull for the younger audience, but you know, hearing that your son was into it and everything, I mean, that's a good thing.
Yeah, he's stoked, man.
That's a really good thing.
Maybe that's 10, the people almost that got 11. Maybe that's the people that got shit on by the ODST Joe Montana grenade throwing bots.
Yeah, that was
yikes.
That was something else. Some of those nades were crazy. So, all right, we're at 1 hour and 8 minutes. Chat, we love you guys. I think, is this our record? I
think so. Yeah,
we might be at record numbers tonight. So you guys are amazing. If you are watching this on YouTube and you've made it this far after the fact, you let us take up an hour and 10 minutes of your life.
Battle Royale.
We love you. I already fixed the name.
We got the clickbait in. They're like, what's Royal? Yeah. Royal what?
But see, there's probably a plethora of people like me that would spell it wrong, and so I messed up our SEO for everybody that was gonna spell it incorrectly.
Let's get ready to rumble. It's a Royal Rumble.
Just put in the tags. Put Royal in the tags.
Put in parentheses.
Yeah. There we go. Hey, chat's still saying good show, so that's good. Because at one point, chat was like, "Are you guys good? Like, what is happening here?"
Yeah, we went a little off
We're
today.
off the rails.
He
Yeah.
did. Hey,
When do we not? I mean, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, we're having fun. Well, we're having fun. We don't have show notes. That's
Not
for
today, we don't.
rookies.
Yeah, not today. We will again once there's topics we need to cover. But yeah, that's the main thing. We just want to have fun. We want to laugh. I want you guys to try to fire me. That means I'm doing my job. So hey, follow us on all the socials and get into our Discord. All right,
Yeah, Cotton is saying that if one's a guest on a show, we did a community roundtable.
It will happen again.
Just a week or two ago, and we want to do that again. And especially if you're 9 years old, we want to know your opinion on a Halo Battle Royale.
Well,
if you want your voice heard, there's your chance. We got the
actually. Let's not.
roundtable.
Okay, that was. I should not have
not an
that.
open invitation for 9-year-olds.
Yeah.
This show's not made for kids. It says so in the in the description. So,
we're mature.
Throwing that out there. But yes, the community roundtables are going to be happening again. I mean, we've kicked. I did a community game night. Those are going to start happening on Thursdays. I had to work late tonight because I basically have a presentation I have to do tomorrow, and so I wasn't able to do it today. But I think starting next week, before the show, I'm gonna jump in and stream, and you guys can jump in and play with me. Anybody that's available, and we're just gonna do some MCC, and I guess there's like a reach level 152 on Halo 5, so I guess I'm gonna start grinding that and see if I can Crawler shaking his head. So
I have no life, so I'll be there.
Yeah, perfect. There you go. So, but yeah, guys, we're on all the socials. We've had a few different life changes, so things have been a little bit crazy and a little slower in the content department, but we'll get back there, and we appreciate you all. So thanks for listening, and we're gonna go now. Bye everybody. See you later. See ya.
Please call us at your earliest convenience. Now, show me what you can do.